Pregame.com.
We have two ranked Big Ten teams squaring off on CBS Sunday afternoon. This is Brad Powers in the Pregame.com studios just off the Vegas Strip. We got a big one in Big Ten action. College basketball on Sunday, we have Maryland at Wisconsin.
In their last home game, amazingly, Wisconsin lost outright to Northwestern, laying 11.5. Who do you like in this game at Wisconsin?
I'm on the total here, and that's right. I expect there to be value on the under. Buy price for me is going to be at 134 or more. Let's talk about this Maryland team for starters. They are a very tired team. In fact, this is their 7th road trip in 10 games. And let's compare it to an NBA schedule. A lot of times the NBA, when they go on those long road trips, they're not flying back and forth from every single road trip back home. Unlike Maryland, this is an East Coast team playing in a Midwest-driven Big Ten conference. So every road trip for them, because they're only playing 2 games a week, they fly towards the away game, fly back home, then they might play a home game, they're back on the road, fly back home. This extra lengthy travel schedule leads to tired legs, especially for a youthful team not used to a big-time college basketball regular season grind.
So tired legs, positive and a negative for scoring. So the positive for the under is hard to make the outside shots. They stop falling when the legs get tired. The problem is on defense oftentimes where you don't play with as much intensity. Which factor is more significant?
Well, what I've seen from this Maryland team, it's negatively impacted their shooting percentage, especially from long range. When you got tired legs, it's tough to make the three-point shot. In fact, you look at a couple recent performances from them, they shot just 27% from three-point range against Penn State, just 21% against Purdue recently. And those are 2 of their worst three-point shooting percentages of the entire season. In fact, you got to go all the way back to early December to find a worse one.
Let's talk about the quirky scheduling spot here, because Wednesday night they're playing in Evanston, playing Northwestern, north suburbs of Chicago, and it would be so nice if they could just stay close by in the Midwest and travel up to Madison and play Wisconsin, stay on Saturday. But this game is not until Sunday. And like you mentioned, I think they got to fly all the way back east, right, before they fly all the way back to Wisconsin.
Yeah, no question about it. And the current plan for them is to travel back home to Maryland and then travel back out for Sunday's game. And I got to be honest with you, that means extra air miles and maybe extra tired legs.
And let's talk about the Northwestern team. They went into Madison and beat Wisconsin. How do you think that outcome will impact Wisconsin in this game?
Well, I think it's going to fire them up. They very rarely lose 2 consecutive games at home, but that'll be priced in the market. They're going to be laying a sizable number against a pretty good Maryland team here. And I don't know if I can trust Wisconsin laying a significant number because their offense has been struggling as of late. In fact, that leads me into my second main handicap here. This Wisconsin offense was average for most of the season, but it's actually fallen off as of late. Last 6 games, they're averaging only 66 points per game. If you take that full season stats and take 66 points per game, Fez, that would rank number 320 in the entire country. Full season stats say they're average. Last 6 game stats say they're well below average.
And you did a great video just a couple weeks back talking about how good that Wisconsin defense is. And I think they know they're offensively challenged and that the coaches are going to really emphasize, hey, we win with defense. I got to tell you, I remember I had one coach that used to scream that to me. We win with defense. And I think that's what the message is going to be for Whiskey this week.
No question. They have been relying heavily on that defense. And let's talk about that defense for a quick second here. Last 6 games, they've only been allowing 58 points per game. They were a good defense to start the season. Now they're elite defense, top 10 in the entire country. Another reason why I like the under here.
Let's slow it down. Let's make it official.
Yeah, let's make this one official. Pre-opener handicap says we have a tired Maryland team making their 7th road trip in 10 games. That's going to negatively impact their shooting, especially because they're a young team not used to the full college basketball season grind. Plus, Wisconsin's offense has really fallen off. They're averaging only 66 points per game their last 6 games. Full season stats say they're average. Last 6 game stats say they're well below average. Add it all up, and we're going to find value on the under at 134 or more. More videos at pregame.com.